Hello, everyone, and welcome in to our first episode of the SFBN End Zone. My name is Ryan Chabinsky. I'm going to be your host here with you. We've got a great slate of games out there tonight. Let's take you right away to Garnet Valley versus CB West, our marquee game of the week.
An extra point up and good. Not the start the Jags wanted.
No, one of the things we interviewed Coach Van Wyk earlier and talked to briefly to him about the transition from a district championship team last year, graduation of so many key players and several key starters last year, and the opportunity to just finally see some of these young guys with a chance to get on the field. And some of it might be nerves, some of it just might be missed assignment with the look that Central Bucks had, but.
Yeah, take a look at the games and tell us tell us when it's
the younger team and some nerves, starting off your
I'll say which game we're going.
Get to hit somebody other than wearing the white and Garnet.
Number 7, Jack Williams, set to kick off, teeing the ball up for the Bucks. Back deep for the Jags, just inside their own 10-yard line is Ronnie Lareris and Luke Mingioni, two of the Jaguars running backs.
Number 7, Jack Williams, set to kick off.
It's a little humid here, muggy down on the field, but it's an otherwise beautiful night. And this is the first time up for the Jaguars.
Taken down by Tyrone Britton Johnson on the play.
As Neshaminy going no huddle again. Testing the early endurance of this Tiger defense. And
got a little offsides, it looks like.
And it will be offsides. Good call, Mackay, on the defense. As it'll still be second down here, but the Skins march forward here with their offense.
That gives Neshaminy 5 yards.
Yeah, and that's something that you can do if you're in Neshaminy. Going against a team you might not be familiar with, you can fake the calls.
As Klee will get to carry again on the fake by Baker. As Skins go just about the 5-yard line now, as they continue to run the ball effectively with Carter Klee. Baker in the gun now. He looks over to the sideline. And he'll throw, caught, and tackled, over-ended there, just inside the 2-yard line. Looks like Anthony Gross on the reception. As
Connor Frederick on the reception.
It was Connor Frederick, correction, on the reception. The junior tight end. As they'll go back to Klee up the middle, he goes and he finds the end zone. Touchdown, Carter Klee, touchdown to Neshaminy. And they get their first touchdown of 2023, 6-0.
Where are we going, Carlton?
Just textbook playbook right there. Kensington Tigers even looked like they knew that they were going to run that ball, but it did not matter.
So a quick strike from Neshaminy as they march right down the field with the short field position. As Caden DeCastro looks to add on the extra point here.
It is good.
And it is good.
Giving Neshaminy a 7-0 lead here in the first quarter.
So the Skins jump out early here and take advantage of that field position and lead this one 7-0 here on the WBCB Sports Network. Don't forget, if you miss any of today's action, you can read all about it in tomorrow's edition of the Trentonian. For your complete local and national news 7 days a week, it's the Trentonian or online at Trentonian.com. The only newspaper serving Bucks, Burlington, and Mercer County 7 days a week. It's the Trentonian.
Under center, the handoff to Chase Eisenhower, and he's wrapped up and wrestled down by big Connor Wolf. And he's one of their better defensive players, and their head coach, Chris Grube, is expecting big things out of him. For Chase Eisenhower, it looks like a gain of 5. again, Chase was so impressive as a freshman. It was fun watching him carry the ball and having his older brother, senior Drew Eisenhower, paving the way and blocking for younger bro Chase Eisenhower. He gets that first touchdown of his career against, I'm pretty sure it was Kennard-Dale last year in week 1. So 2nd and 5, and whistles blow before the play had started. Next week on the road at Pottsville, the week after that against the defending 2A district champion Trinity Shamrocks, a team that Wyo defeated 35-14 last year, but this one will be on the road in Camp Hill, Pennsylvania in week 3, and that could be the first really tough challenge, but the toughest challenge you have is the one that's right in front of you. All right, that penalty on the offside on Kennard-Dale makes it 2nd and 1 for Wyomissing. And here's a big hole up the middle. Oh, he almost broke free, did Chase Eisenhower. He had pretty much just one man to beat. And Chase, a gain of 15. Now with 35 yards on 4 carries for Chase Eisenhower. Colin Nadrowski is in the game, along with Derek Macrina. Chase Eisenhower, Ethan Brower is wide left. And the ball dead center of the field practically on the Wyomissing 48-yard line. Macrina in motion, handoff for big Colin Nadrowski. Of course, his older brother, the offensive lineman, converted to fullback, Evan Nadrowski.
Are they still leading 7-0?
And the standout javelin thrower as well.
They stopped Garnet Valley again, and they're
Colin
leading
Nadrowski.
CB West has the ball back again. Do we want to go there?
5.
Are we going now?
2nd and 5 into Kennard-Dale territory at the 47-yard line. Evan Blickley at tight end, the senior. We expect some big things out of him. The offensive line, maybe not quite as big as it was last year, but still with pretty nice size. Average on the offensive line, 6'3", 232 pounds. That's pretty good for a small school. Colin Nadrowski bounces off a tackler. They're doing a good job wrapping him up and grabbing and hauling him down. That was 52, Cody McNamee, hanging on for dear life on Colin Nadrowski. Maybe a gain of 1 or 2 for Colin. And 3rd and 4. .46-yard line, but right now we have an official's timeout. I don't know if that's an injury or if that's just an untied shoe. I think it is the latter for one of the players, and I think it was Tommy Weller there who needed to tie his shoe. 3rd and 4 from the Kennard-Dale 44 with 5:44 remaining in the first quarter. 5'11" tall senior quarterback and also sometimes safety Logan Hyde. Little deception there. Macrina in trouble, and he's hauled down behind the line of scrimmage. The fake handoff to Colin Nadrowski, and that looked like they're trying some deception, but they also kind of deceived and fooled themselves, and those are some of the mistakes that can be made early season. So the loss of a yard for Macrina, and in fact it's not 4-down territory, at least it doesn't appear it will be. And Wyo is going to punt it away. Riker Jones had done punting last year, but he's unavailable due to the knee injury. This is sophomore Nick Plackenborg, who will boot it lefty style and trying to bounce it over.
All right, so after that punt from Wyomissing, we're going to take you out to Garnet Valley CB West again, where CB West is driving. They're up 7-0 in the District 1 championship rematch.
Jagsby again looking for a stop here. Bucks are just moving the ball downfield.
2nd and 3. Ball on the 30.
Ball on the 30. Second and 3.
Taylor hands to Clemens, cuts it back up inside, gets about 4, enough to pick up a first down. Ball on the 26-yard line. Another first down for the Bucks. Fresh set of downs.
Bucks are doing what they do, the ground and pound. Traditionally, they're a ground and pound team. They've been a ground and pound team for the longest time. Romanello on the tackle for the Jags. Again, two similar offenses with the Jags and the Bucks. The ground and pound and get as many yards as you can.
Taylor in the shotgun again, keeps it himself. Runs right up middle for a gain of about 5. They've pretty consistently been able to move that defensive front for the Jags back off the ball.
4 yards on the play. 2nd and 6 at the 22.
Max D'Antonio checking in on the defensive line for the Jags.
D'Antonio, one of the 3 captains for the Jaguars, along with Nick Romanello, number 7, and quarterback, defensive back Tyler Lassick, number 9. Taylor takes the snap, hands again to Clemens, who goes off the right side. Flag down right in the middle of the field. We'll see, it's in the spot where they usually call holding, but we'll wait to see the call. Ball thrown right at the line of scrimmage, right where the ball was snapped from. Referee emphatically threw that into the pile. He wanted to make no mistake about the call.
It was good one. That was a good. That was by the feet and not the head. That one could have hurt.
So it's the first time the Bucks have really been behind the sticks. It was 2nd and 6, so that holding call will put it back and make it 2nd and 16. Or 15, it looks like, back at the 32-yard line.
Jags need to step up here.
Taylor in the shotgun with McFadden and Fleischer split wide to the left. Clemens in the backfield. Throws out wide, almost intercepted by Lassick. Really nice job by Tyler Lassick coming up and breaking on that ball. He read it. He was just sitting on the route, and he almost intercepts it. But the Jags will take the pass break up for now and keep them in 3rd and long. Nice break. And a way to finish the play by Mingione, making sure that McFadden couldn't get that loose ball that was tipped up in the air. So now the Jags are hoping for another stop here on 3rd and 15. Trips left, Clemens in the backfield next to Taylor, and it looks like they're going to call a timeout. Bucks first of the game with exactly 4 minutes left here in the first quarter, and the Bucks holding a 7-0 lead over the Jaguars. We'd like to take this first stoppage of time to thank our game sponsor, which is the Skelly Group. GV alum Joe Skelly and his wife Laurie, also owners of Megan's Restaurant right at the intersection of Smithbridge.
We're going to take you back out to Wyomissing now. They just made a big stop during that timeout in the Garnet Valley CB West game. Let's take you out to Wyomissing.
First there for a gain of 3, maybe a gain of 2. 3rd and 7 from their own 43 for a Wyomissing Spartans team. Not moving the ball quite as well as they did on the first drive. They had some big carries. I'm telling you, this Kennard-Dale team, they have some size, they have some athleticism. And even though Wyo defeated them last year 49-0, I thought, well, this Kennard-Dale team, they're not a total pushover, and they weren't. This pass is caught and rumbling down the left sideline, bumped out at the 35-yard line is Drew Forey. 25-yard completion to Forey. And Wyo is indeed on the move again. They got down to the 25 earlier when Macrina fumbled. 2:05 to go in the first quarter. First down from the Kennard-Dale 35-yard line. Under center, Hyde. Here's the handoff, and boy, a lot of space there for Justice Hardy. He's turning the corner, down the sideline to the end zone. Touchdown, Wyomissing! It's Justice Hardy, the freshman, who has the first score of the year for the Spartans. With 1:55 to go in the first quarter, and the Wyomissing Spartans punch it in on their third drive of the game. Keegan Mayer is the sophomore kicker on for the extra point, and Logan Hyde is on to hold. Slightly higher snap, but no problem for Hyde to handle it. The extra point is good. And the Wyomissing Spartans have a 7-0 lead on the road at the Kennard-Dale Rams on this very hot and steamy late August Friday evening from Fawn Grove, Pennsylvania. Wyomissing Spartans football presented by the Wyomissing Football Association on SFBN is brought.
After that nice run by Wyomissing, we're going to take you out to another game we got going on here, North Penn versus LaSalle.
Timeout called by LaSalle. Very interesting there, and I wonder if I don't try to count the guys out there to see was there potentially a procedural issue with too many men on the field. I don't know why otherwise you're calling timeout there. Maybe they saw something they didn't like from North Penn special teams. When we come out of timeout, what we'll see, though, is Ryan Bachlet, who is a very trusty kicker from the last couple of years for North Penn. He does the punting and the kicking for this North Penn team. Guys, we haven't talked about some of our good friends over the span of the last couple.
In that timeout, we're going to take you over to Garnet Valley CB West, where Garnet Valley's driving, trying to get themselves on the board.
Loss of 1 on the play.
Like Luke Vaughn. Yeah, it looked like Luke Vaughn and Lareris in the backfield. It looked like Lassick was trying to pull that, where he was going to keep it around that left end, but he just lost handle on the ball. Jags are lucky to recover it, and with the loss of just the 1 yard, so now brings up a 2nd and 11. Lareris.
Pass deflected, looked like.
Yep.
Kept Lassick's arm. Right,
Let's see the replay here. Yeah, Lassick hit with the pressure. It was tough to see the number. Ball just deflected as he was getting rid of it, knocked up in the air, and Sean Blue was able to intercept it. So the Bucks get their turnover and now take over on their own 18-yard line. So that promising drive comes up short on the turnover with 2:42 left here in the first quarter.
Defense back on the field pretty quick for the Jags. See him get a stop here.
Hand off underneath, gain of about 6. We'll bring up 2nd and 4.
Yeah, Greg, it's just like watching a mirror image of the Garnet Valley offense. Just a ground and pound and run up the middle, run up the middle, run up the middle. We've seen it the last 3 times over a year and a half. Mirror images of each other.
They have bar stools for us in this booth, Dennis.
We'll take you over to North Penn LaSalle now out of the timeout.
For Oates, he's got him deep. Oates makes the catch, and he's pulled down. Big time play. Pitch and catch from Sidwar, the sophomore, to Oates, the sophomore.
What a play call. You know, your first drive, you come up short on that deep ball, and what do? You go right back to it. That's the confidence that this coaching staff has in Sidwar.
I agree, and now a quick set back up for the Explorers here, looking to take advantage maybe of a discombobulated North Penn defense. Excited to see what they do right here.
Put some air under the football, the young sophomore. Let your receiver run under it. And now we'll take a shot again. Rising high, it's a heck of a defensive play by North Penn.
Sidwar put that ball right where it needed to be, though. That was a great pass. he, my experience with him is up here in the booth, but he has a different level of confidence than he does last year. Just the way he presents himself.
Of course, I agree, and that's a great pass. It definitely showcases some trust in your teammates right there, especially with Joey O'Brien. He's a guy we know can come down with that ball. Just didn't work out that time. Great coverage.
C.J. Scruggs, fantastic in coverage. And now that's a jet sweep. Jimmy Dolan waits, sees the hole, and gets up near the first down marker. He gained 8, needed 10. Second down and 2 coming up from the 5.
When we, going back to that deep ball, when we spoke with Coach Steinmetz, Bob, he wasn't lying when he said he was making 40, 45-yard passes, no problem. That was a thing of beauty.
He did it in the scrimmage against Neshaminy on Flannery Field just last Saturday. Third down and 2, 4:50 to play, first quarter. Potentially 4-down territory here as Sidwar goes to the air. Dolan caught, touchdown. Jimmy Dolan, he had 2 touchdowns in this game last year. Put another one on the board.
You're all good, Tyler.
I was just going to say this offense looks really robust. They're, getting out quick. They're using their speed that Coach Stein alluded to. That jet sweep was a thing of beauty as well with Dolan. Really great offense. North Penn right now, when we saw their offense looked a little one-dimensional with that run, it was working at the time, but, interesting to see how they adjust.
Yeah, that right there is the tenacity you need from the Explorers. They aired it out with a tremendous downfield pass, but then I love the red zone offense right there. The plays were quick. You didn't spend too much time in the huddle, and you got the job done in no time. Now the Explorers with an easy 7 on the board.
And the 7th contributed by Chris Heck, first-year place kicker for LaSalle. This portion of today's game brought to you by a brand new sponsor, but one I think you all know real well. But let's get a look at that student section, Danny, and tell me what's going on.
All right, well, an ode to the Catholic tradition is, of course, the biblical story of Moses parting the Red Sea, and we can see it right now enacted by Brady Mattia playing Moses, coming down the student section.
That's a new one.
Yeah, the
After LaSalle puts themselves up 7-0, we'll take you back out to Garnet Valley, CB West. CB West has the ball, still leading 7-0.
Like Chase Britton on the tackle there. Brings us to the end of the first quarter.
Final play of this first quarter. Number 28, Tanner Daughtert on the tackle. So we'll flip ends. So here at the start of the second quarter, it'll be a 2nd and 5 from the Bucks' own 36-yard line. Now going left to right on your screen. This is the always fun shout-out time. We've got a large crew of old men, old GV football alums down in Sea Isle City on 48th Street. They're down there for a guys' weekend, sitting in the Ciancia garage watching from down there. So the GV football alums of the classes of 82, 83, and 84. I want to thank you guys for tuning in. Thanks for the support. Hope you guys are having fun down there, including previously mentioned.
At the end of that first quarter, CB West leads Garnet Valley 7-0. We've got Wyomissing scoring to put themselves up 14-0, and we're going to take you over to Neshaminy, Kensington. Kensington trying to get themselves on the board. They're driving right now.
Tigers again got off to a slow start in 2022. Only scored 6 points in each of their losses in 2022, and are trending not in the right direction for them early on in this one. Still plenty of time left. Low snap. They'll pitch it out. Taken on the near side of the field and wrapped up by Neshaminy, as it was Carson Schneider, the sophomore, on the tackle, all over that one.
Neshaminy defense is just feasting right now.
Really makes you wonder if the synthetic field is making a difference for Neshaminy defensively this year. They've just been blazing fast all over from the snap of the ball to each Tiger who is even near the ball. So to bring up 4th and 9, as the Tigers will attempt to go for it here on the 24-yard line, as Neshaminy will take its first timeout of the half.
That is a Neshaminy timeout.
So we will step aside as well. It'll be 4th and 10 when we get back. Stay with us right here from the WBCB Sports Network.
I'm Merrill Reese, remind you to come back home.
Your day-to-day life is hectic between having to pick up the kids, make dinner, the countless other tasks that you got to get done. Rob's Automotive and Collision is there to make your life a whole lot easier. Make sure you take advantage of their spacious waiting rooms, the large flat-screen TVs, complimentary coffee and muffins, and free Wi-Fi. So even when you do have to stop, Rob's is there to make you feel right at home. Give Rob's a call today at 215-826-90.
All right, now we're going to take you out to Coatesville, Pennsbury. We got Pennsbury on the drive right now.
16-yard touchdown run for Damon Watson. And the Coatesville Red Raiders on the scoreboard first. 6-0 with 10:05 to go in the second quarter. They had a shot at him at the 5, but couldn't bring him down. Watson shows his, that low center of gravity.
Yeah, just a great job to spin out of a couple tackles, fight through a couple guys, and get into the end zone and put his team up 7 or 6-0 early in this game.
And the Red Raiders taking advantage of the fumble. Got great field position and go into the end zone. The extra point is whiffed at. They throw into the end zone, and the 2-point conversion is successful.
Wow.
They get that one out to Takia Lynch. And Lynch, certainly not what Coatesville was trying to do. Allegra forced to throw that football, picked up the ball, and makes it 8-0 as we come back up the field with 10:05 to go in the second quarter of tonight's McCaffrey's game.
All right, we're going to take you out to North Penn, LaSalle now. North Penn's going to punt back to LaSalle. They trail 7-0 to LaSalle.
At their own 17. That's a heck of a defensive play. And guess who? Mark Cobbs in there. So we talked about the 2 track stars. Well, McFadden from a standing position and Cobbs zinging his way down the track.
Timed it perfectly, too. McFadden just got the ball, didn't really have a good grip on it, and it was bam, right there.
Guys, we didn't get to the last 2 in the safety position for LaSalle. Carson Wakefield, a senior captain, and Chris Filippo, the junior. Well, you can feel the energy on this side of the field right now after that hit, but just a bad bounce away for North Penn's sake from being in big-time business in the red zone. LaSalle fortunate.
Thought he was going to get the strip tackle and the recovery there.
Stevie Davis. Here's Sidwar, fires across the middle. That's Des Ortiz out of the backfield, and he's just running away from guys.
He gone.
Oh, Desmond Ortiz off to the races. How do you do? Give me 6. Another for the Explorers right there. What a play. 1 play, 1 touchdown. That right there is some electricity.
I like that play design. They left that right defensive end open. Sidwar got it out just in time, hit his man in stride, and the rest is history there.
13-0. Big play offense. How do you do? Matt Hess, first-year offensive coordinator. John Steinmetz, we all know John pretty well, and a lot of people in Southeast Pennsylvania do. 45th year with the program here at LaSalle. As Heck's extra point is no good.
I know.
I
was ahead of that. I jinxed that.
Boy,
I'm sorry.
you had all year to call it a heck of a kick. Patience, Grasshopper.
We're going to take you out back to Pennsbury, Coatesville. After Coatesville put themselves up 8-0, we're going to head to there with Pennsbury driving.
Try to give them good field position, even if you don't put up points.
And right there, a good first down pickup of 5. Clock running as we're down under 9:23 in the second quarter. Stay with us during the half. I don't think the Coatesville Red Raiders brought the marching band as the Falcons snapped the football. The give to Zerniak again. Zerniak across the 35 to the 36. And that'll bring him just a yard short of a Falcon first down. They have 3rd and 1. Football at their own 36-yard line. Thanks to DiLorenzo's Pizza. Stay with us after the game for our post-game interview. We'll talk to one of the Falcons, one of the outstanding Falcons from today's action, and pass along a gift certificate to DiLorenzo's. And a sneak right up the middle. Falcons push the line of scrimmage, and they get the yard they need. Looked like a 2-yard pickup. Falcons with a fresh set of downs.
Yeah, that's a really big first down, just to get some momentum on your side here. The offense hasn't been able to do much. That's a big first down. Let's see if they can build off of it.
Everybody in tight double wing formation. The give to the fullback, that's Adams. And Adams pushing the pile, picking up positive yardage.
Got some laundry on the play, it looks
Yeah,
like.
flag down.
That's a hard run there by Deron Adams. And at Pennsbury
Might have been
offensive line.
offside, I think. Maybe one of the interior linemen.
An illegal shift on the Falcons.
Flag on the play.
And so they will mark this off, right? It's going to be 1st and 15 after the illegal shift penalty.
And those are the penalties that drive the coaches nuts because they're avoidable penalties. Illegal shifts, offsides, those are things that you have to avoid.
And again, not to make an excuse, but I think those are also things that are typical with a week 1 team, you know, not with a ton of varsity experience. A lot of guys getting their first varsity game here tonight at Harry S. Truman High School. So 1st and 15 for the Falcons. And the give on the counter picks up positive yardage. That's Ray Vereen, who pops through a hole, takes it over the 40 to the 42.
And that's a nice carry by Ray Vereen.
8-yard pickup by Vereen. Puts the Falcons in a 2nd and 7 situation.
2nd and 7.
And the Falcons, because of that ground and pound approach, not a quick strike offense, but a team that has the ability maybe to march it down the field, take a ton of time off. 7:01 now to go. Bagley fakes the handoff, tries to get to the edge, but flying in there is Dante London. And he gets to Bagley's legs and takes him down. Loss of 3. Puts the Falcons back to their original line of scrimmage, 3rd and 10 from their own 39-yard line.
Yeah, just a roller coaster of a couple plays right here. You get the first down, then you get the flag to bring them back, then you get another big gain to try to gain the yards back, and then you just got a stuff right there of a run. Just see what they come up here with on this 3rd down.
And Gus and Bill, when it's that when a run-first, ground-and-pound approach, negative plays can be really hurtful, and we'll see if they can recover now with 3rd and 10. The give on a bit of a delay is up the middle, but the Red Raiders are there in force. Tackle made by Cody Gross. They'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. 4th and 10 for the Falcons.
Now bring up 4th and 10 for Pennsbury.
And I believe they're going with a different kicker here, right? I think this is.
We're going to take you back out to Wyomissing versus Kennard-Dale. Wyomissing leads 7-0, and they're currently driving.
Away and pushing his way downfield. And a gain of maybe 12 there for Colin Nadrowski. First down for Wyo, now down to the Kennard-Dale 29. And here we start to see a little bit of a topic that we had last year. You might stuff them on a couple of drives or even on a couple of plays. But the strength of the offensive line, they're going to push you around, and they're just going to keep on coming. And eventually, and especially on a first game of the season and a muggy day like this, eventually the plan is to wear you down. If you can stop them early, you got to keep on stopping them. Well, here Chris Grube didn't see or saw something he didn't like, rather. And so he opts to call timeout and wants to talk with his gang about it here. With 8:30 to go here in the 2nd quarter. And this is turning into a somewhat interesting first game of the season against a team that Wyo handled pretty easily last year in week 1, 49-0, but they've got enough returning pieces. And, you know, a team that went 4-7 last year, but 3 of their games were very close, too, and really could have gone either way. And this was after a slow start for Kennard Dale, and they got stronger after that. I'm telling you, this team out of York Adams League Division II, and a little south of York, and we passed through Lancaster on our way down here. I think they're going to get some wins this year. They came to compete today for sure. And Wyo is finding its game. Here's Colin Nadrowski, dodges a couple tacklers, aiming for the pylon, pushed out of bounds at the 8-yard line. David Smith saves the touchdown, but it's a 21-yard rumble for Colin Nadrowski on the other side of that timeout. 3 handoffs to Nadrowski, and it's 1st and goal for the Spartans. We look at it again here, and I don't even know if he broke a tackle or if he just had the big speed. Yeah, he pretty much just busted through. So kudos to the blockers there. That was a huge hole for Colin Nadrowski. 1st and goal from the 7. Here he comes again, diving for the goal line. Didn't quite make it. Tripped up at the 1 was Nadrowski. 4 straight carries. 2nd and goal from the 1. Last year we called this Matt Kramer territory. This year it feels like it'll probably be Colin Nadrowski territory. Maybe you have some others too. Let's see if Nadrowski has the honors here on 2nd and goal. He does, and he goes over the top and across the line. And there's no signal yet. They're determining, did he make it or not? They're going to decide no, not quite. So maybe a gain of 1, if that, for Nadrowski. It's 3rd and goal from an inch away, it looks like. It is very close. Third and goal from the inside the 1. Nadrowski and Justice Hardy in the backfield. Colin Nadrowski again stacked him up, but he's able to spin around off of the grasp and dodge across the line for a touchdown. They had him wrapped up at first, but Nadrowski just kept his feet moving, and he circled around and found the goal line. Colin Nadrowski has his first touchdown of the season, and the Wyomissing Spartans lead 13-0 with 7:09 to go in the half. So a drive of barely over 2 minutes. And I had it as 6 straight carries, 6 straight gives to Colin Nadrowski. Keegan Maher is on for the extra point. His kick is up. It is perfect. Extra point is good. And the Wyomissing Spartans.
We're going to take you guys back out to CB West, Garnet Valley. CB West currently has the ball. We're tied up at 7. CB West set midfield.
Now 2nd and short. Ball on the Jags 45-yard line.
Kai makes a great play there, closing in, making a tackle.
Yeah, it's just toss and catch. Nice timing, nice route. Taylor put the ball right on his hands. He was able to turn and get a couple extra yards. So now the Bucks got something going. Fleischer split wide to the top of your screen. Barone down the bottom. I apologize. It's number 9, McGowan. Handoff inside goes to number 24, Hance. Another Bucks first down. Coach Van Wyk on the field, as is the GV training staff. Hillary out there to check on number 20, Nolan Carroll, who's down on one knee. Trainers from both squads out checking on Carroll. I didn't see what happened. He's on a knee, but obviously something enough bothering him that needed some medical assistance.
It looked like he just took a knee to.
During that timeout, we're going to take you over to LaSalle versus North Penn. LaSalle leads 13-0, and they've got the ball back.
Also, a tremendous piece of throwing there from Gavin Sidwar, just finding the pocket and hitting him right in the hands.
5-step drop, get on that back foot, get through that throw, really nicely done. Doesn't hurt that this offensive line is protecting him. Certainly looks to be an improvement from what we saw last year. Now Stevie Davis. What happens when Gavin Sidwar throws so many big-time balls? Stevie has not been quite as involved this year. That's a gain of 3. Early on, though, they're too talented a guy, and actually you're going to have 3 guys coming out of that backfield, mostly led by Des Ortiz in that backup role, and Stevie is your bell cow. Right, Tyler?
Little throwback right there,
Little
Bob.
throwback to the bell cow. There is Stevie Davis. There's your bell cow. He got 1 yard shy of a first down. That's a deep cut for the longtime Bob Long sports fans.
That's how we fill up these gaps in the broadcast. We just roast Tyler.
We'd find other stuff, but it's just too easy. Stevie Davis, 3rd and 1, has the first down. He's across the 40-yard line. Needed 1 and got 5.
You spoke it into existence, Bob. They're getting Stevie heavily involved. That was his set of downs there.
Of course, yeah, you know, Stevie just finding a way to power through. He does that so well, so gritty, just able to just punch up that gut amid all the bodies that were down on the floor.
Yeah, and the Explorers finding some success up the middle on offense.
7:56 to play. There's Davis again. He hurdles a defender. Well, I guess he didn't hurdle a defender. He hurdled his own offensive lineman, Tiernan McNichol. Now, why is that important? I bring that up because in high school you are not allowed to hurdle a defender in a tackling position. It is a 15-yard penalty and would have taken them back. So he hurdled his own lineman who was on the ground.
It's just, you know, making sure there's no friendly fire with those cleats there.
In fact, one I remember in particular was in the 3A state championship game. Quentin Martin last year playing Newman Goretti. Quentin Martin, one of the best athletes in the country. Here going to take a shot. Julian McFadden comes back to the football. And he gets so close. He's down at the 1.
Oh my goodness. What a grab right there by Julian McFadden. And he's able to get some more yards with the hit, just completely bossing around the defender. What a play.
Wow, yeah, I'm kind of speechless. I got like Jalen Hurts, A.J. Brown vibes there. He just
oh, definitely
out-muscled him at the end there. I thought he was getting all the way to the end zone.
Out-muscled once he made the play, but in terms of turning his head to the football, the defender never did.
Yeah, and, you know, heads-up play coming back for that. A little underthrown by Sidwar, but, you know, you just got to give your receiver a chance.
Muller is the fullback. He takes the give. First effort didn't get there. He reached out the football. Touchdown. And it's a darn good thing it was because that is dangerous on 1st and 1 from the 1. Reaching out that football. I don't know about that one. You got 2 more, maybe 3 more downs.
Yeah.
20-0.
Touchdown, guys.
19-0 though. You're absolutely right, Tyler.
And I like that they're getting Heck back out there. You could try to make it up with a 2-point conversion.
We're going to take you guys back out to Wyomissing now after that LaSalle touchdown, extending their lead. Wyomissing's up 14-0. They're in Kennardale territory and driving. Let's go take a look.
There's a handoff again to Diaz. Spun down, but across the line to gain for a first down. Connor Wolf got him on the ankles for the tackle. But Diaz with a gain of about 6, and it's a first down for Wyo. Now down to the 29-yard line of Kennardale. Logan Hyde under center, and slot left is Diaz. Jeremiah Diaz in motion, but instead the give comes back the other way, and he gets back on his feet and keeps on going. Does Marvin Armistead. Armistead, who had a 55-yard touchdown run earlier that was wiped out because of a holding call. And we'll welcome to Wyomissing football the newcomer, senior Marvin Armistead, who had a gain of 11, it looks like there. And a first down for Wyo. Now they're moving it with ease. and looking to build on a 14-0 lead. They have 1st and 10 at the Rams' 17-yard line. Diaz is in motion. Logan Hyde under center. Handoff this time goes to Chase Eisenhower, and he's chugging forward. Brother of Drew, son of Chad, and a gain for the sophomore Chase, who really caught our attention last year, particularly on the defensive side of the ball, but he was very good offensively as well. And Eisenhower, a gain of about 6. 2nd and 4 from the Kennard-Dale 11-yard line. Here we go with Jeremiah Diaz, slot left. Chase Eisenhower in the backfield directly behind Logan Hyde. And the handoff here goes to Diaz, cuts his way back in, and then he smacks into number 87, Avery Chenoweth, a freshman defensive lineman who hauls him down. And maybe a gain of 1. 3rd and 3 from the 10-yard line here. Almost 3rd and a long 2, actually. Here's the give to Chase Eisenhower. Oh, he's going for the goal line, and he's across it for a touchdown. It's the first touchdown of the season for Chase Eisenhower, who had a half a dozen of them last year. A 10-yard run for Eisenhower. And it's 20-0 Wyomissing with 2:19 to go in the second quarter. I had that as a 6-play drive of just under 3 minutes. Call it 2 minutes and 51 seconds. The extra point on the way from Keegan Maher is good. And it is 21-0 Wyomissing. Here with 2:19 to go in the second quarter. Again, it was a little bit of a slow start, but that's not unusual for week 1. And Wyomissing didn't even get on the board until 1:55 to go in the first quarter.
After that touchdown, we're going to take you back out to North Penn. LaSalle now. North Penn with the ball in their own territory, trying to claw their way back to the deficit to LaSalle.
Almost perfectly.
Robert Riley is the left defensive end. The two sophomores, Williams and McHugh, they both got good pressure. And that throw was behind, waiting for a flag. There it comes.
Can't really do that.
Yep.
Yeah.
Chris Filippo didn't make a play on the football.
And it's a shame because that pass was nowhere near the receiver. You shouldn't be doing that.
I think Filippo just got a little bit too reactionary with the ball thrown.
Yeah, could have been, expected a catch and was just shoving him over, but.
So that is the second personal foul penalty on this drive alone.
30 yards so far.
On this drive.
Minus 4 yards for that tackle for loss. So just, 2 rare instances of Steinmetz's team, making costly mistakes.
5:14 left in the quarter. It'll be 1st and 10 for North Penn.
Like to see a little more pressure on those dropbacks. We haven't seen a lot of them from Buxer in that offense yet, but he has a nice pocket every time.
Two receivers split out wide. Keep an eye on Rashad McNeil, number 2. After 2 penalties like that, maybe a good time to take a shot. Instead, it's going to be Amir Major. He says, anytime I get the ball, it's a shot. That's a gain of 12.
Yeah, certainly some momentum injected back to these Knights. Great run. It's been working for them until it hasn't, and all of a sudden after those 2 penalties, it's working again.
Exactly, definitely taking advantage of the yards that LaSalle is giving them. If you're an Explorer, that's something that you obviously do not want to give away as a free handout for these Knights who, are down still with 0 on the board.
4:40 to play. Buxer takes the shotgun snap, hangs in there. That was a good catch by Major. He's taken out. Carson Wakefield. Flag comes in for a hit above the shoulders. And as good as that looks, I can't argue with it.
Oh, man, but Wakefield right there just absolutely laying the hammer.
What's the replay showing there? It
Yeah.
didn't look helmet to helmet to me. But
It's not helmet to helmet. You're absolutely right. Head and neck area, perhaps. You be the judge at home.
It's shoulder to shoulder, man.
Yeah.
That's
I
soft,
don't know about
but
all
it was
that.
right in front of the ref, so.
Yep, that'll get you.
Could he been leading with the crown even if the crown didn't get the
Or
helmet?
defenseless receiver? I don't know.
Yeah, I don't have that as defense. I get what you
I get that, but I don't think
I saw
so.
no contact to the head on that replay.
Yeah, but just a tremendous hit, though, from Wakefield.
All right,
I mean,
so
3 personal
45
fouls
yards.
on this drive.
On this drive. I think the Knights themselves had about 6 yards. 11-yard gain and a 40-yard loss.
They did have the 12-yard run from Major as well.
Yeah, that's what I was getting at, the 11, and then they had a 4-yard tackle for loss.
That's right. Mathematics, baby. Buxer. All the way inside the 10. Carson Wakefield was held on the play. Keep a look here on number 55 for
that was
North
a
Penn.
huge hold. Huge hold there.
Yep.
And number 30, again, Jack Luthi was just so close to making that play.
Big time run, though, by Buxer.
Yes.
And bear in mind, with 3:41 and ticking here, North Penn is also going to get the ball to start the second half.
Yeah, Buxer just showcasing that scrambling ability right there. You know, juking out Luthi, that's a hard thing to do. That's a guy who really swallows up players. You know, really a good job of some elusivity there.
8 on the play clock. Handoff to Major. Runs into a brick wall. He did gain 1, but took a beating for it.
And here's really the place where we can get to find out just how strong LaSalle is with this goal line defensive scheme. You know, just a brick wall back there, just trying not to allow anything to get through.
To get ahead of it, guys, do not be surprised if North Penn scores a touchdown. If they go for 2 here, in a position where 2 touchdowns with 2 two-point conversions plus 1 field goal would tie the game at 19. Those extra points could come back to bite LaSalle. Without the big play threat, how many offensive chances will they have left? First, they got to score here, and Major got a lot closer. Gain of 4, he's inside the 3 to about the 2.
Yeah, very interesting. They had Eves again in motion going to the right. Last time they did that, the play went his way. This time they went back the other way. You know, a little bit of misdirection from these Knights.
And I wonder if that wasn't a shot across the bow just to read that LaSalle defense. Hey, are they even paying attention to Eves?
Yeah.
And in that particular case, Chris Filippo did. He followed him out there. 3rd down and goal from the 2. 3 in the backfield. Buxer went down. And they blow it dead, rightly so. That's going to be a 3-yard loss.
Wow, definitely just a lapse right there for Matthew Buxar. He had players open. That could have been a 6-point play right there. Ends up slipping down on that turf. You know, that'll set the Knights back right there. That will really hurt them.
And I'm with you. There were guys open. Danny, that ball is tucked on in his left arm. He had no illusions of throwing the ball. That was, I'm going to try to run off that left tackle. And now they're going to try to kick the field goal. Ryan Bachlet. Very sure-footed place kicker here for North Penn. But, boy, you hate to come away with just 3 here if you're North Penn. They didn't even get that. LaSalle got the block, and Carson Wakefield. What a play.
Wow, LaSalle right there just completely pouncing on the snap.
We're going to take you back over to Garnet Valley, CB West. We've got Garnet Valley driving here at the end of their first half.
With under 20 and counting, Lassick now goes under center, and now the Jags call timeout. So again, Jags were set to snap the ball with about 20 seconds left. There was a little bit of confusion. Lassick looking to the sideline, trying to figure out the play call. And by the time the Jags called timeout, their second of the half. There's now just 13 seconds left with a 4th and 3. So the Jags really only have, unless they go really quick, 2 plays here to cover 42 yards. Again, take this opportunity to the stoppage to thank our Week 1 sponsor, the Skelly Group. GV alum Joe Skelly. Skelly Group, whose motto is, we all have a future, make sure it's secure. Safety and peace of mind with the Skelly Group. And again, one of the finer dining establishments in all of Garnet Valley School District, Megan's Restaurant at the intersection of Route 202 and Smithbridge Road, open for breakfast and lunch. Spectacular food. Go check it out if you haven't already.
Yeah, I've been there once or twice. Not many more than that, though. But, again, great
We've been
food.
friends a long time. I know that's not true. Okay, empty backfield. Lassick in the shotgun. He rolls right. He looks. He throws. Intercepted. And the Jags are fortunate enough that both Lassick, who threw that, was able to get there and make the tackle. It's just a really nice break on the ball. I don't know if Lassick just doesn't see him. Oh, McFadden just, we talked about that speed. He read it all the way, realized there was no threat over top, and took off. And with that speed, Jags are fortunate that with just 6 seconds left, they were able to get him down in midfield. So you look for either a trick play or, again, they have McFadden with all that speed in the slot, closest to the screen here. And number 9, McGowan, split bottom. They run McFadden deep. They do throw the ball deep to McFadden, the out and up, but the ball overthrown by Taylor. And that will do it. That play took 6 seconds.
That ends the first half. Your score, CD West 14, Garnet Valley.
Stay tuned at halftime again. Shortly here, after we give a quick recap, there will be a interview that we did earlier today with Garnet Valley head coach Eric Van Wyk, starting his 2nd year as head coach for the Jags. And then you'll see.
Most of our games have gone to halftime, so we'll take a brief break, and we'll be back to get you set up for the second half in just a moment.
For your surprisingly great rates, contact your local State Farm agent today.
If you want the real deal, call State Farm agent Eldion Padulary in Feasterville, Trevose today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Hi, I'm Tommy Green, former pitcher for the Philadelphia Phillies. When I was in high school, it was very important to me to show scouts what I could do. My friends at Payroll Service Solutions are huge supporters of high school sports and the Sports Fan Base Network. If you're a small to medium-sized business in need of a payroll company, contact Payroll Service Solutions. Not only will they take care of you, they will continue to support the community. For more information, contact Payroll Service Solutions at 215-624-0922 or 866-PAY-EASY.
Hi, I'm Marty Bystrom, former pitcher for the Philadelphia Phillies. In my experience in Major League Baseball, I know how important it is for high school athletes to gain exposure. My friends at Payroll Service Solutions are huge supporters of high school sports and the Sports Fan Base Network. If you are a small to medium-sized business in need of a payroll company, contact Payroll Service Solutions. Not only will they take care of you, they will continue to support the community. For more information, contact Payroll Service Solutions at 215-624-0922 or 866-PAY-EASY.
When disaster strikes, we restore order and your peace of mind. Roberts & Gamble, your #1 source for storm damage cleanup and property restoration. Licensed and fully insured, serving central New Jersey and eastern Pennsylvania since 2010.
are down 14-7 to CB West. Wyomissing leading Kennerdale 21-7. Coatesville's up 22-0 on Pennsbury. Neshaminy up 38-0 on Kensington. And LaSalle's up 27-0 on North Penn. We're going to get you back out to Coatesville versus Pennsbury coming out of the half.
8-7, 1-9-4.
Did you get a 50-50, Gus?
No, I did not. I should have.
You got to be in it to win it.
I got to be in it to win it. You know I always am, Chris.
Falcons in Coatesville tonight. McCaffrey's game of the night.
They don't come up here to sell tickets. They just go to the fans. They don't care about the people in the press box.
Falcons 2nd and 8, deep in their own territory. Bagley holds on to it, bursts through the line of scrimmage, and is ridden down at the 30-yard line.
Bagley for a big gain.
Bagley brought down by Terry Wiggins, but he picks up enough yardage for a Falcon first.
Yeah, definitely what you want to see out of this offense coming out of the locker room. You know, Snyder went in that halftime telling his offense, hey, get your head out of your you-know-what, and they're trying to figure stuff out, get things going with this new offense, but that's a great first drive in the second half.
They got to keep it going now, 1st and 10. Football at their own 29-yard line. Bagley gives up the middle, no running room there.
Carried by Jordan Zerniak.
That was Zerniak for no gain. Looked like the Falcons were about to get scored upon. Red Raiders moved the football down inside the 10-yard line. And then the Falcons able to jump on a loose ball.
Yeah, I think that was the Falcons, the Coatesville team's longest drive, too. Most of their scoring plays have been on really short drives, but they just couldn't capitalize.
Yeah, they've taken advantage of short fields on a block punt and on a fumble, and a big collision there on the far side of the field, and the officials don't like that. They throw the flags, and that's going to be that'll benefit the Falcons.
Should be a big 15-yard penalty there.
Either a late hit out of bounds or a head-to-head collision, but it will be a personal foul. And we'll give the Falcons the football up close to midfield. So the personal foul, and referee putting up a single finger, I think, to let everybody know that if that same player is involved in another personal foul, that could be an ejection. So the Falcons now with it up just shy of the 45, 1st and 10, 7:44 to go. We're in the third quarter of the McCaffrey's game of the night. Bagley under center. They all set down. Bagley turns, fakes the give, holds on to it, and picks up a yard as he falls forward. Stop made by Caden Mayen. And so that brings up 2nd and 9 to go.
And one thing we've said about this Pennsbury offense, that the way they go about their offense, time is never one of their friends. And if you want to get back into this game, you got to try to score kind of quickly here in this drive.
In a very methodical approach for the Falcons. The give on a counter is to Zerniak. Whoop, nope, sorry about that. Vereen, that time with the carry.
3rd down.
So 3rd and 11. And this is tough. You're behind the sticks. This is the typical passing down. Falcons have not taken to the air tonight, but maybe they'll give it a try here on this down and distance.
We're going to take you over to Garnet Valley, CB West. Coming out of the half, we've got Garnet Valley, who's driving. They're in CB West territory, trying to get back even.
Need to cover.
Great,
Wow.
Great job.
Wow.
Great job, Tyler.
Second time the Jags have utilized that quick kick out of the shotgun without going into punt formation, and with nobody back deep for the Bucs. Lassick did a really nice job. So now the Bucs have to go 97.
And again, another wrinkle we talked about in the first half, just another wrinkle in the Jaguars offense, special teams, a shotgun. I don't think we have, in the history of Garnet Valley, have seen the shotgun formation, have we?
Not that shotgun. So the Jags do flip fields. They don't capitalize with any points on that first possession after getting the opening possession, but they have the Bucs pinned back deep in their own territory. But a huge first down gain from down inside their own 5 to Ryan Clemens, a gain of about 8. He's a really patient runner inside. He's shown it all night. And he just waits for that lead block and then runs through the arm tackle of Carroll and managed to get up to almost the first down. So 2nd and 2 for the Bucs.
Yeah, want to try to keep the Bucs down here, sort of keep the field sort of switched here. Let's get a stop.
That inside run game, Clemens again.
Again, Greg, you just hit on it. It's just the patience of just sort of waiting for your lead blocks and waiting for the play to develop. He's doing a great job.
First and 10 Bucs, ball on the 19.
Fans everywhere. We're getting shout-out requests from people everywhere. Clemens again, the single setback to goes to Clemens. Again, it's that patient running Le'Veon Bell used to do back in the day, just kind of sitting and waiting for the opportunity, waiting for the hole to open up.
Yeah, definitely. We've got to give a quick shout-out here to my brother-in-law and sister-in-law, Jeff and Leslie Yoskin, for doing the program a nice little solid prior to the game. Thanks, Leslie and Jeff, and also listen over there and off Big Woods Drive, Kerry Arnold. Thanks for tuning in, Kerry.
Whole crew down there watching. Give again goes to Clemens inside. Not much doing, but it was only 2nd and 2. He looks like he picked up 2.5, maybe 3. It'll move the sticks, give them a fresh set of downs right at their own 30-yard line.
And continuing to move the sticks here and getting out of that, coming out of their own shadow of their goal post here. Moving the ball up to the 30-yard line here, and again, the ground and pound, ball on the ground, run. And clock is run down to 5 minutes and 10 seconds left in the third quarter already.
Clemens behind center, hand again goes to Clemens, another huge hole. Pickup of 5, brings up a 2nd and 5. Number 15, Frank Long, checks back in for the Jags. Out goes Luke Vaughn.
And Mangione on the tackle again. Mangioni's done a nice job back there tonight, coming up on his safety position. Nolan Carroll, same way. He come playing downhill. Like to see it, again, I'll keep saying it over and over, Greg. Like to see a stop here. Get the ball back in the Jags' hands.
Number 8, Jaden Barone checks in for the Bucs. Taylor in the shotgun with Clemens in the backfield to his left. Hands on the jet, hand off to Clemens. Again, that time picks up 4, so puts them again in a 3rd and short. The Bucs are having their way up inside right now on this drive. It's been all Clemens. He's picked up.
We had a request for it, so we are going to bring you Bishop Shanahan versus West Philly via Bishop Shanahan's YouTube channel. Let's take a look out there now.
Carried by Julian Haylock, brought down by number 22, Kamir Brunson. Brings up 3rd and short for Shanahan. sitting right on the quarterback keeper. Brought down in the backfield by Khalil Matthews. Right pass falls incomplete, intended for Trevor Barbadura. And Shanahan will turn the ball over on downs. Samari Moore on the carry. Tackled by Conrad Kell and Nathan McCarthy. Carry by Samari Moore.
We'll take you back out to that game in just a minute, but we're going to head over to Garnet Valley versus CB West. CB West with the ball driving. They still lead 14-7. Let's get out there.
Oh, they had him. Didn't get him, and he breaks another tackle. Wow, he broke. Let's see. We'll see a replay. He breaks no less than 3 tackles. They had him stopped for a 4-yard loss. And he just wouldn't go down. They have him stopped right there. 1, 2, 3, 4. And eventually makes a tackle on the 5th. And it's Clemens down, I think. He got back up and then went back down. You hope it's just a cramp. It's a cramp.
Yeah, cramping.
See the trainers working on him. It is humid. It's been a hot week, early part of this week, so I'm sure the trainers and coaches have been telling him hydrate, hydrate, hydrate. Again, want to thank the Skelly group, Joe and Laurie, for their support of the broadcast tonight. Couldn't do it without our sponsors. We were looking for a sponsor to step up and be our Week 1 sponsor, so we want to thank them, especially for being this Week 1 sponsor. Again, go see Laurie at Megan's and get one of the better meals in town. And reach out to Joe if you have questions about securing your family's future from retirement and insurance planning. Joe, another GV and Lum, both he and Laurie. So again, just to reset, 1:52 remaining here in the third quarter. Each team's had the ball just one. The Jags had that long possession with the quick kick, pinned the Bucs down deep inside their own 5, but the Bucs have marched it all the way out to their own 48-yard line, bringing up a 3rd and 3, which makes you think the way they've moved the ball, it's 2-down territory. So, excuse me, Jags need to figure something out on that defensive interior to try and keep Clemens in check. The good news for the Jags is, because Clemens was the one with the cramps, he's got to come out on this 3rd down play, which the early part of this game, the first quarter and a half, this was Taylor on the QB keepers, and he is in the shotgun. We'll see if they go direct snap. They do. He does. They get the edge, and he's off to the races. Yep, Jags lost contain on the edge. Taylor able to just get out into that left flat, and then it was just off to the races, waiting on blocks in front of him. So the Bucs are set up now. 1st and goal from the 10-yard line. They got 4 cracks at the end zone. It's Hance in the backfield now with Taylor in the shotgun. He keeps, again, if it isn't broken, don't fix it. This time he's able to pick up 2 yards inside. He was much more tentative. He was waiting for a kick-out block that never came. Kept it up inside, got to about the 8-yard line. So brings up a 2nd and goal.
Yeah, he got slowed up there. Mangione made a nice tackle from the safety position. And just keeping him out of the end zone here, partner. So we Jags need to do here, keep the score the same way.
It's the first game action for both of these teams. Obviously, both teams with the PIAA get a scrimmage, but you see a lot of guys with hands on hips and cramping, and it's been a hot night. Hance in the backfield, the single setback to Taylor's left, shotgun to Taylor. He hands on the jet to Hance. Nice play by the Jaguar defense. Again, they set the edge. See, you can see the replay here. A little underneath handoff to Joey Hance. No gain. That Mangione comes up and makes the tackle. Forces him back inside. Nice play. Brings up now a 3rd and 8. 3rd and goal from the 8 for the Bucs. Are they going to let it run down to the final play of the quarter?
I'm not so sure they have the time, Greg. I think he's going to have to call a timeout here. I think it was right outside the... Yeah, it looks like he's...
All right, so the Bucs will call timeout just as the play clock was set to expire with 5 seconds left, bringing up a 3rd down and goal from the 8-yard line. That play forthcoming after the Bucs' first timeout here of this second half. Jags still have all 3. Bucs left with 2. Last play here of this 3rd quarter going to this left end zone on your screen.
Yeah, just to second shout out to Joe and Laurie Skelly for their sponsorship tonight. Joe, like I said, Joe, Garnet Valley grad. Joe and I talk a lot about the Delco Sasquatch. It's a myth that Joe and I sort of have come up with, and a theory we've come up with. But Joe, thanks again, Laurie. Sure, I'll see you at Megan's sooner than later. But thanks again for the sponsorship, and it's great to have the alumni, give back and help us out with the broadcast here in the team.
Single setback in the backfield. Joey Hance split to the right, motions over to the left, gets reset. Taylor throws, pass, caught. Yep. I think we're going to get either a block in the back or a hold out here on the edge on number 7, Williams.
Nah, Greg, he started he was blocking before.
Ball in the air.
Yeah,
we'll see it down here in this left flat. The pass is thrown to Cleveland, and number 7. Yeah, that might be pass interference.
Yeah.
So we'll see. This is always that interesting. There was a penalty that happened, but it was the last play of the quarter. Looks like we're going to march. Pat and I used to joke about this all the time, buddy. The referees love when the ball's inside the 5-yard line, 3-yard line at the end of the quarter.
Well, that's why it's going to be big for them right now to call this penalty, and so they don't have to walk as far as they would. It goes the Jags' way.
Looks like they're going either way.
It looks like the coaches are coming out here to huddle or trying to figure out what's going on. They're having it looks like just their own huddle here at the 5-yard line. I don't know what is really to discuss. A penalty was called, and
yeah, we'll find out. Here's no penalty.
So it'll stay 4th and goal from the 5.
Which is interesting because I mean, you watched the replay. There was clearly contact made, and clearly Lopez was dragged to the ground. So whether it's interference with the ball in the air, or the only thing that I can see maybe not them waving off interference is if Lopez broke so far that he was past the line of scrimmage in the D backfield. It may not be pass interference because he's in the D backfield. He's not downfield. But bang, bang play. Refs got together, waved it off. Regardless, it's 4th and 5. Ball's on the 5-yard line. It does not look like they are attempting a field goal.
As they get set for the 4th quarter there in Garnet Valley, we're going to take you back out to Bishop Shanahan real quick for a live check-in on that game.
Ladies and gentlemen, another reminder, tonight's game is being covered by PAFootballNews.com. PAFootballNews.com for all of your Pennsylvania high school football news, scores, and following tonight's game as well. You'll be able to tune in because we got you covered at PAFootballNews.com.
Fourth down, let's go, get a stop. Get a stop, let's go.
Safir Cleveland on the carry, brought down by number 7, Aiden Sigatella. Ladies and gentlemen, while I have your attention, spot 169 is a white SUV, has its tailgate open in the parking lot. Spot 169, tailgate open, white SUV.
As we take you back into Garnet Valley, CB West. Garnet Valley's got the ball back after CB West field goal, making it 17-7. Let's take you back out there.
Give to Romanello, I think. Flag comes in late.
It looks like the Bucks are moving.
Larreris with the run. Ronnie Larreris with the run. Good, strong run. Breaks tackles at the line of scrimmage, stays on his feet, picks up the first down. I don't know what the...
It looked like he was getting pulled by the face mask.
Flag gets thrown from way deep in the D backfield by that side judge over on the Jags sideline. So it will be another face mask, march off another 15.
You can sort of see it on the replay there, Greg. He just, head goes down again. That's an easy call for the back judge there.
Mistakes have killed both of these teams at critical points on drives in these games. So let's see if the Jags can capitalize. Got a bunch of yardage. 1st and 10 on the Bucks 39-yard line. Single setback, Romanello. Fake toss, fake jet sweep. He throws. He's got him deep. Lararis catches it, keeps his feet, stays in bounds. Down to the 13-yard line. He may have scored. He lost his footing making the catch. He was so wide open in the D backfield. Yep, they bit on that. Again, there was nobody on that side of the field. Good throw by Lassick to get it to him, and Lararis just keeps his feet. Jags marching.
Yeah, great call by offense coordinator Rich Boyd there. And one of the hardest things to do is to throw to a wide open receiver like that and just getting the ball out there in space and just getting it to Ronnie and letting Ronnie sort of make a move and try to get into the end zone. But another great pitch and catch by Tyler.
Jags go hurry up here. Lassick under center. Lopez in the motion. Handoff to Romanel. Just nothing doing. Nice play by Cleveland inside. Underneath. Goes to the ground. He is slow to get up. He gets up, but he's hobbled a little bit.
And it's that humidity. It's the not sure if it's cramping. He's hopping around there.
Cleveland was just, I mean, he just submarined on the line of scrimmage and held his ground up inside, and the Jags weren't able to move him and able to just let pursuit get there. Again, Lopez in motion, handoff again. Fake. Lassick in all kinds of trouble. Throws deep. He's got DeVono. Touchdown, Jaguars. Just inside the goal line. Great fake. Lassick able to avoid the pressure. Unblocked by number 26 or 46, depending upon which program you're looking at, Aiden Donnelly. He comes off the edge, just unblocked, and he has him dead to rights. Lassick, a little bit of a forearm, keeps the play alive and finds DeVono in the end zone. Touchdown, and the Jags are an extra point away from making this a 3-point game.
Yeah,
Jags missing some personnel, so they got to run a few guys on the field. Now they run one back. They were missing a tight end. So they get set.
Yeah, and being a former wide receivers coach here last year and the previous years before that, it's nice to see. Touchdown by the Jags with Dante DeVuno. Second touchdown reception of the night.
Unblocked. Through that left side B gap, right up the middle. He almost could have taken that ball right out of Carroll's hands. Well, Jags now, unfortunately, with the 4-point deficit. We just had a dragon fly through the press box here at CB West. People ducking for cover if you heard the
I think that was a
oohs and the ahs in the press box, but we're all okay. Nobody got.
We're going to take you guys back out to Wyomissing. They currently lead 35-7 over Kennard-Dale. Let's get you back out there.
Almost into a touchdown. Not quite. A 25-yard run for Hardy. Wow. Hardy had a 75-yard pass for a touchdown that was washed out due to an unsportsmanlike conduct penalty, so they brought it back to the 30 or whatever it was. But he had a 20-yard touchdown run earlier in this half and a 35-yard run in the first half. He is a freshman, and he is mighty, mighty good in his first ever game with Wyomissing varsity football. First and goal from the 5. And blasting his way through and trying to drive to the goal line here is little Tyler Nadrowski, the younger of the Nadrowskis. He's in, and it's Tyler Nadrowski for the touchdown. We've got 3 Nadrowski touchdowns today. Congratulations to Tyler Nadrowski, number 24, after Colin had a pair. And it's a 5-yard run for Tyler Nadrowski's first ever.
After that Wyomissing touchdown, we're going to take you back out to the Bishop Shanahan West Philadelphia game, where West Philadelphia just scored and converted the 2-point conversion to give them a 2-point lead. But Bishop Shanahan has the ball back. Let's see what they can do on this drive.
Julian Haylock on the carry.
probably.
Right. Sack in the backfield.
They finished. They probably did. They probably called that game early. They probably mercy ruled them. Is there mercy rule in high school football? That's what I thought. What are we looking in the other game, Carlton? When you have a second.
Jacob runs punt. Falls there around 27-yard line with the 1st and 10, West Philadelphia.
We're going to take you guys back out to the Garnet Valley CB West game. CB West up by 4, and they're driving in Garnet Valley territory. Let's see if they can convert for the touchdown.
Taylor under center. QB keep. Picks up just shy of the first down. Will bring up a third and about a foot at the 36-yard line of the Jaguars. But again, 2-down territory. They've got 2 downs to pick up a foot. They go hurry up out of the huddle. I would expect another QB sneak. They get it. They do it. He gets the 35. He gets the first down. 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line of the Jaguars. He didn't need much. They got just enough push up inside.
Yeah, we're getting. Jags don't need to stop here. We keep talking that over and over again.
Jags at this point, it'll be right around 6 minutes when this ball gets snapped. Bucks are wise. They'll be wise to just be very slow and deliberate getting to the ball and snapping the ball. And they're just going to keep running QB sneak and running as much clock as they can. Might be a little early for that, but that sets them up in a 2nd and 9, which I'm sure is not what Coach Rowan wanted on 1st and 10 from the 35, but Cleveland checks out.
He got up a little bit hobbled again, and just the wear and tear. He's doubled over on the sideline there. Probably needs a little blow. Maybe
Donnelly, McFadden both check in. Donnelly in the backfield offset. Taylor under center. Hands to Clemens. Pickup of about 5, so we'll bring up a 3rd down and 4 at the Jaguar 29-yard line. Clock ticking will be under 5 when the Bucks snap the ball. Jags really need to stop here. Jags defenders are tired, hands on hips. They've been out there a lot in this second half. Hand to Clemens. He did not pick up the first down, but he got close. Brings up a 4th and 2 from the 28. 4th and 3 from the 28 after the 3-yard gain by Clemens.
Number 78, Max D'Antonio on the stop for Garnet Valley.
Good pressure up inside. Was able to just get Clemens off his feet.
Big play here for the Jags defense.
Yep. 4th and 3. This is a big play, partner. Cleveland in the backfield. Donnelly offset. Taylor under center. McFadden up top of your screen, split wide. Doubt they're going to throw the ball. Taylor hands. Clemens. First down. Bucks. He knifed through on that left side. Was able to pick up a gain of about 5. And that's a monster play for the Bucks. He gets a really good lead block from Donnelly right there on the defensive end. Sets that hole up for Clemens, and he takes off up inside, picks up the first down. Jags have their back against the fence now, buddy. They're facing a 1st and 10 with 4:07 remaining. They just used their first timeout, I think more than anything, just to get those defensive linemen a breather up inside and hopefully get some stops. The Bucks have been very methodical running the ball up inside. Makes no sense to throw the ball. They haven't needed to. Incomplete pass would stop the clock. So it's not like the Jags don't know what's coming. It's just a matter of stopping it, which they've had troubles with here in this second half. We now have a flag thrown. It looks like they're going to call an illegal substitution on the Bucks for the huddle. Something to do with guys coming in and off the field on the sideline. They're trying to explain to Coach Rowan. The referees were watching players coming in and out of the Central Bucks West huddle during the Jaguar timeout. And the referees are trying to explain to Coach. That's what their body language looks like they're trying to explain. Looks like they're going to wave it off again. No penalty call made. Coach Van Wyk obviously on the Garnet Valley sideline.
They're backing them up here.
Wants to know what the penalty call was.
And it looked like the assistant coach was all the way out. The assistant coach all the way out by midfield, meeting with the team. I didn't know if he was out past the hash, but it looked like they were pointing at him as he was walking back.
And he was trying to say, they signaled timeout. But, yeah, you're only allowed to the numbers. The coaches aren't allowed past that. Regardless, both coaches have now gotten an explanation. Coach Rowan's telling the head referee, I got it. Don't worry about it, because he was coming back over to give an explanation over here. Regardless, it's now 1st and 15 from now the 28-yard line, 27-yard line. 4:07. Why is the clock running if there was a timeout? It's first game for everybody. I have no idea why they wound the clock, but it was a timeout by the Jaguars. Again, the handoff goes to Clemens. Again, a pickup of about 7. 2nd and 8 from the 22.5-yard line of the Jaguars.
You have 3 minutes and 22 seconds left, clock line, and they're just looking to just run the clock as much as they can. Pick up another first down here.
Bucks under center. As we approach the 3-minute mark, they're getting the play call from the sideline. Taylor looks to the sideline. He's got Donnelly and Clemens set in the eye. The give goes to the eye back Clemens, who gets a gain of about 3. We'll bring up 3rd and 5. We're now under 2:45 as the ball gets spotted. Clock running. Both teams with 2 timeouts.
And the Bucks just taking their time here.
Looks like a 3rd and a 5, long 5.5 maybe. Bucks will certainly run this down within the 5 seconds. Looks like Coach Rowan's out on the field, waiting to call timeout before this 3rd down play, just as the play clock gets set to expire. He does.
2:13 left here, partner. 3rd and a long 5, 2 big plays here.
So the Bucks use their second timeout. They have 1 remaining. It's just good clock management, game management by Coach Rowan and his CB West staff. They ran the clock all the way down. Called timeout with 1 second left on the play clock. 2:13 left on the game clock. 3rd and 5 with the ball on the 18 of the Jaguars going in.
You definitely need to stop, some fresh bodies in here. Stop would be huge.
We talked in the open. Coach Van Wyk talked about it at his halftime interview. This CB West team is a very experienced team. Obviously, we talked about the loss of starting quarterback Gans Cooper, who's out with some type of injury. He's on the sideline, but in street clothes. Taylor has filled in admirably for him. Cooper Taylor, the signal caller for the Bucks tonight. He's done a really nice job running the offense, but CB West is a very well-coached team, a very disciplined team, other than some of the penalties they've committed. But handoff goes to Clemens again. Nice tackle by Mingioni right about the 15.5-yard line. Will bring up it's a really nice job by defensive back Luke Mingioni, who sees the play coming, sees Clemens, who's been very difficult to bring down one-on-one, and he makes the tackle. So GV calls their second timeout. Now both teams have 1 timeout remaining. Ball spotted right inside the right hash mark at the 16-yard line, bringing up a 4th down and 3. Couple things here. Defensively for the Jaguars and offensively for what's worked all night for the Bucks. For most of the game, with Cooper Taylor in that shotgun, they were just running those sort of quarterback delayed sweeps, where he was just waiting for that edge to get set and then either waiting on the kickoff block to cut it up inside or get outside. They look like they're going empty, which would lead you to think it's a direct snap and a keeper by. It is. They set the edge. It is. They tackle him short. Timeout for the change of possession. Ball on the 15-yard line. Jaguars will take over. They did exactly what I was talking about. They just ran this handoff. Direct snap. Apologize to Taylor, who gets tackled. Gain of a couple, but not enough for the first down. So the Jags defense finally holds. Ball right on the 15-yard line, middle of the field, 2:01 remaining. Jags offense needs a touchdown, down by 4. They have to go 85 yards in 2 minutes and 1 second.
Luke Mingioni did a nice job there, Greg, of sort of stepping up and forcing Taylor Cooper back inside.
Or Cooper Taylor.
Cooper Taylor, same thing.
Lassick throws out. Lopez gets it upfield, stays in bounds. Clock's going to run. The Jaguars need a lot of yards anyway. He picked up the yards, but he didn't get enough for the first down. Jags got to go in a hurry. 147, 146. Lassick shouting out the play call. Jaguars empty. Lassick again throws out of bounds. Lopez pitch and catch, first down. Jags get a fresh set of downs. Ball right inside the 30-yard line. 1:37 remaining. 1st and 10 from the 29 for the Jaguars. Again, the Jaguars have 1 timeout, as well as the Bucks. Ball on the 29-yard line. Jags go empty again. Lassick in the shotgun. Rolls left, throws back. Ball intercepted. Lopez didn't see it. Lassick threw the ball sooner than he was ready to throw it because of the pressure. See if we can see what happens to Lassick here. That'll do it on the interception. See if we can see the pressure. Lassick just has to throw the ball sooner than he's ready for. Throws it back to the backside hash after the rollout. Lopez didn't see the ball in time. Interception by the Bucks. barring a disaster, I'm sure they'll go in victory formation with the Jags only having the one timeout. You'd think that they'll be in victory formation. Cooper Taylor likely to just take a couple knees here. Jags unlikely to call timeout and stop the clock with the ability to end the game. So the turnovers were a huge part of this game. Is that the Jags' 4th or 5th? Do you recall?
That's the 4th.
4th INT. Not all on Lassick. Again, the pressure up in the middle forced a couple of quick throws on those first two. That, again, Williams with that pressure, he got off that block inside, and Lassick just had to get rid of the ball. And Lopez just not able to pick it up in time. At that point, his best bet's to just go up and play D-back and try and knock the ball down to keep the pick from happening. But anyway, well-played game. Both teams made a lot of mistakes, a lot of mental errors. As you see Lassick get picked up by the trainers and a couple of teammates, and head coach Eric Van Wyk out there with him as they carry him off the field. Very gingerly, not putting any weight on that left leg. So we hope Tyler is okay. Otherwise, seemingly this game, both teams got out of it with seemingly no serious injuries. Both teams had a few guys cramping up. Jaguars will go on the road next week in week 2. They start the season with 3 straight road games. Next week, week 2, against the Ridley Raiders. They begin Central League play. Central Bucks West will take on Suburban 1 foe, the Upper Dublin Cardinals. But you would expect here Taylor to just take a few knees. He does not. He hands the ball off up inside to Cleland.
Handoff goes to number 32, Matt Cleland.
I wonder if they were expecting the Jags to call timeout, which it looks like Coach Van Wyk did, since they did not go in the victory formation. A little bit of coach back and forth.
Cleland picks up 6.
A little bit of okay, you do, we will kind of thing. So again, the Bucks will go to 1-0 and start the season with their victory. They're first over the Jaguars now in the last 3 years. So the series goes to 1-3 between them. Bucks start out 1-0. Jags drop to 0-1. Jags again on the road week 2 at Ridley, on the road week 3 at Penncrest before they come home for a Thursday night matchup against Haverford. And the Bucks on the road at Upper Dublin. Again, the handoff to Ryan Clemens. Coach Rowan and his staff, I guess, comfortable enough with ball security to run the ball rather than taking the knee.
6 yards for Clemens. 1st and 10 Bucks.
Yeah, we just think here with the clock running, partner that just victory formation here.
They do drop into victory formation now. So for likely the final snap of the game, as this will be under the 40-second mark. That will be the final snap needed in this one. Both teams will look to line up at the 50-yard line for the handshake. Bucks players come over to the 50, as do the Jaguar players go to their sideline. So, partner, it was a well-played game at times, a sloppy game at times by both teams. Again, we had some technology difficulties, but we think we have that figured out going forward. To all our viewers, thanks for checking in.
Most of our games here on SFBN Zone have gone final, but we are going to take you back out to Bishop Shanahan, West Philadelphia, as they're in the 4th quarter. Let's get you back out there.
Shanahan is declining the penalty, bringing up 3rd and 12. Brought down by number 55, Alex Lindley. For the keeper is Jameer Petit. That is arrested at the first down. Number 6, Samari Moore on the carry. Tackled by Trevor Barbadora. Carried by number 2, Zafir Cleveland. Eventually brought down by Anthony Aquila. Zamir Petit with the carry, brought down by Michael Cleary. Number 3, Naheem Schubert on the carry. Hit again by Anthony Aquila. for Nassim Chamberlain. Brought down by Sam Conti. Number 6, Samari Moore on the play.
Able to find his way in there through the hole. I couldn't tell if he got to the line or not, in all honesty. All the players had their hands up, but I couldn't tell if he was actually in there or not. Oh. 20-12 now. 4 minutes to go. See if they line up for 2 or just kick the extra point. I think they're going to kick the extra point here if I had a guess. Nope. Let's see here. Oh, I think they're going for 2 again. That should be interesting. Can they get 2 times in a row? Nope. Timeout.
Timeout, Bishop Shanahan.
Timeout. We'll see if they line back up in it again or not. Okay. All right, we got West Philadelphia here. They just scored to put them up 20-12 with 4 minutes left to go here. They lined up for 2. Then there was a timeout called, so we'll see if they elect to line up for 2 again. On their last touchdown, they were able to get the 2-point conversion to give them the 2-point lead. It looks like they're lining up for 2 again here, but we'll wait and see exactly what formation they drop into here as they get set up. Nope, looks like they're going to drop back and kick now. Yeah, they're going to take the extra point, it looks like, unless they elect to run a fake. I don't suspect they will, but... Nope. For the extra point. Make it 21-12 game. 4 minutes left to play here. It's set. Here comes the snap. Kick is up. It is through. 21-12 game. 4 minutes left to go here. We'll get set for the West Philadelphia kickoff in just a moment.
Number 6, number 10, Jakayla Satchel with the extra point. is taken by Anthony Aquila up to about the 38-yard line. Shanahan, 1st and 10.
We'll take you guys back out to the Bishop Shanahan game in just a moment after the West Philadelphia kickoff as Bishop Shanahan is on the drive. But now let's take a look at our final scores from our other games going on here. We got Garnet Valley falling 17-13 to CB West. We got Wyomissing with the 56-7 win over Kennardale. Coatesville with the 29-7 Pennsbury win. We've got Neshaminy winning 44-0 over Kensington. LaSalle 34-3 over North Penn. And then as we know, we've got 21-12, West Philly over Shanahan. Those are the final scores we've got out there right now. Let's take you back out to Bishop Shanahan as they're going to be on the drive.
Number 6, Samari Moore, hit almost immediately by Conrad. Philadelphia keeper hit almost immediately by Penn. Front down play, initially carried by Zamir Poteet for the first down. Holding against West Philadelphia, unsportsmanlike against Shanahan.
Let's go, defense, let's go! Stop them! Come on, Eagles! Fuck me, this guy, stop!
Timeout, Shanahan. Quarterback keeper by Zamir Poteet, and that is a first down for West Philadelphia.
your surprisingly great rates, contact your local State Farm agent today.
If you want the real deal, call State Farm agent Eldion Padulary in Feasterville, Trevose today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Hi, I'm Tommy Green, former pitcher for the Philadelphia Phillies. When I was in high school, it was very important to me to show scouts what I could do. My friends at Payroll Service Solutions are huge supporters of high school sports and the Sports Fan Base Network. If you're a small to medium-sized business in need of a payroll company, contact Payroll Service Solutions. Not only will they take care of you, they will continue to support the community. For more information, contact Payroll Service Solutions at 215-624-0922 or 866-PAY-EASY.
Hi, I'm Marty Bystrom, former pitcher for the Philadelphia Phillies. In my experience in Major League Baseball, I know how important it is for high school athletes to gain exposure. My friends at Payroll Service Solutions are huge supporters of high school sports and the Sports Fan Base Network. If you are a small to medium-sized business in need of a payroll company, contact Payroll Service Solutions. Not only will they take care of you, they will continue to support the community. For more information, contact Payroll Service Solutions at 215-624-0922 or 866-PAY-EASY.
When disaster strikes, we restore order and your peace of mind. Roberts & Gamble, your #1 source for storm damage cleanup and property restoration. Licensed and fully insured, serving central New Jersey and eastern Pennsylvania since 2010.
All right, now that our final game is gone final tonight, let's take another look at our final scores here. Garnet Valley falls to CB West 17-13. Wyomissing with a big win, 56-7 over Kennerdale. Coatesville takes the win, 29-7 over Pennsbury. Neshaminy, 44-0 over Kensington. LaSalle wins 34-3 over North Penn. And Shanahan falls to West Philly, 21-12. Now, let's take a look at our big games tomorrow. We won't be with you tomorrow, but we got some big games going on around the world of Eastern PA football, so we want to show you them. The big game is IMG Academy versus St. Joe's Prep on ESPN2. That's going to be a big one. We've got Northampton at Central Catholic, Perkiomen Valley at Chester, and then Life Christian Virginia at Imhotep. Those will be our big games tomorrow. Again, we won't be with you, but want to take a look for those games, especially the IMG Academy versus St. Joe's Prep on ESPN2 tomorrow. Definitely going to be a big game. Want to check into that one. Thank you all so much for tuning in with us here this evening on SFBN End Zone. My name is Ryan Chapinski. We can't wait to have you back with us next Friday, September 1st, right here at 7 p.m. again for a whole new slate of games. Going to be another great week, and we'll see you next Friday. Have a great rest of your evening, everybody.